Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. My greatest thanks go to you, Your Excellency, for organizing this very, very important platform that we can share with our colleagues on different opportunities that Tanzania has. And in that way, we could also promote our country for investment, for investors from South Africa, but also around the world. Now, I'll just quickly take you through my presentation. I know there's a problem of time here. Tanzania, as you could see from my map there, has set aside nearly 28% of its landmass as protected areas. And that includes national parks, which you now have 22. We also have game reserves, game controlled areas, conservation area, forest reserves, marine parks, and the rest. So all that constitutes 28% of the landmass. But also we have in this country 7 World Heritage Sites, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We also have more than 1,400 stretch of coastline, but also this country is very potential for MICE. MICE is meetings, events, and incentives. That's what I was saying. So because of that, this country is very potential in terms of tourism, and tourism is actually a very important sector of the economy. When you talk of the facts, tourism contributes up to 25% of the total export earning. It also employs more than 1.6 million people, direct, indirect, and induced. It also supports, actually, the multiplier effect of it is quite huge. In terms of numbers, last year before the pandemic, the country received more than 1.5 international tourists who brought in the country more than $2.6 billion, which is very significant for the economy. So out of that number, we had nearly 50,000 tourists from South Africa. In fact, South Africa is one of our main tourist markets. And when you talk of the tourists in the SADC region, I think South Africa is leading. So it is a very important market to us. Now, when the tourists come to Tanzania, of course, because of the nature of the tourist attractions that we have, wildlife is still leading. And we also have other attractions, as I just mentioned. We have beach as another important segment of the product, which attracts a lot of tourists in the country. We have shoppings, and recently we are now promoting meetings and conferences. But we know this country is also good for tourist hunting. We are also promoting a lot tourist hunting. In fact, it is the best spot also for tourist hunting. Now, because of the resources that the country has, the growth of tourism also creates opportunities for investment. And the government is doing a lot to ensure that we get more investments in the tourism sector. Now, the ministry that I'm working with is responsible for the management of nature, culture, and tourism resources. Now, all the national parks, the game reserves, the game controlled areas, the game conservation areas, all those are managed by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Tourism. So among other things, one of the roles that we have is to ensure that tourism grows and tourism continues to contribute to the national economy. So because of that, we have a number of investment opportunities in the tourism sector. We have quite a number of areas which are available for investment in the protected areas and outside the protected areas. And now, when I talk of the protected areas, you probably know the famous brands, the Serengeti, the Ngorongoro, the Tarangire, the Kilimanjaro, those best accolades that you always hear. So we have quite a number of areas which are available for investments in hotels, in lodges, 3 to 5 star, those facilities. But also have opportunities for investment in transport and sightseeing facilities. If you want to invest in those tourist vehicles which would facilitate sightseeing, we have available opportunities for tour operation investments, which could also allow linking South Africa and Tanzania, but also have the convention and exhibition centers, which I will have opportunity to speak more on that. The also opportunity for training institutions on the tier 1, but in the tier 2 also have opportunities for investment, for food services, the recreational services, which my colleagues from TIC and from Zanzibar spoke a lot of it, theme parks, golf courses, etc. We also have opportunities for entertainment, things like theaters and all those type of things. Now, I talked of the need to invest in the convention and exhibition centers. This country is becoming one of the best conference hub for Africa. We have already been receiving quite a number of meetings, and the interest is really encouraging. Now we are encouraging heavily on the convention and the exhibition centers. So we have one site in Bagamoyo, which is just close from Dar es Salaam. And this area is in the special economic zone. So whoever is investing in that area will also get the privileges of the incentive provided under the special economic zone.
Mr. Chitaunga, you've got 1.5 minutes.
Yes, and then another area is Kigamboni. But also Tanzania is one of the best sites for hunting. We have 23 game reserves. Out of that, 90%, the hunting blocks, those are available for hunting. Currently, we have over 30 vacant hunting blocks, which are available for hunting. We have developed the e-auctioning. So whoever is interested to acquire a hunting block in Tanzania, you could as well do online auctioning, participate in online auctioning. When you go to the website, which is www.tower.go.tz, and the auctioning will be done in January, as you could see from my presentation. But there's another thing which is very interesting. We have come up with the special concession, where you have, there's some areas, some of the protected areas set aside exclusively for investors. So whoever is interested could get an area up to 30 years, and you have that exclusivity of yourself to invest and do the marketing and attract tourists, and then you manage that site. So this is a new model which we are bringing into the country, and we believe it is very beneficial to those who are interested to invest. I believe that because of the time, there are a lot of information which is available in our website. For those who have not got me very well, could also go to our website, which is by www.maliasili.go.tz. But also you can write us through ps@maliasili.go.tz. And when you go there, you get all those informations which I've just spoken, but you get them in details. Without further ado, may I end up there, and thank you again for your time and for this initiative, which has indeed facilitated us to share our ideas with the rest of the world. I thank you very much.